Let's do this one more time. Third time's a charm, because I really didn't like that first number. If you don't empty your bladder before checking your blood pressure at home, it could actually affect your blood pressure reading. Did you know that you need to avoid smoking or exercising or drinking caffeinated beverages for at least 30 minutes before checking your home blood pressure? Yeah, this is super important. I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts about blood pressure checking. I'm also going to demonstrate how to do it. By the way, guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. Let's start with the cuff, okay? This is actually a brand of cuff that I really like. It's called Omron. There's a number of great validated cuffs out there. I recommend the website called validatebp.org. This is a website that tends to be really great, gives you a number of brands that can be very helpful. This is my home blood pressure cuff, my very own, and I'm putting it on my arm. That's the second thing. You want to make sure that your blood pressure cuff is an arm cuff and not a wrist cuff. Wrist cuffs are less accurate, okay? When you're putting on your blood pressure cuff, sometimes it can be confusing, but there's a little picture there to show you how. You want to make sure that this little guy is sort of in the center, okay, kind of in the center of your arm. And then, of course, you want to make sure, too, that the blood pressure cuff falls right above the elbow. We call this the Anticubital Fossa, okay? So now, when you go to check your blood pressure, guys, a few things you need to have in mind. You want to make sure you've got a good chair where you can sit upright. This is probably not the best chair, but you kind of get the idea. You want to make sure that both feet are flat on the floor. You want to make sure that your arm is at heart level and that your arm is supported with a table. Very important. This is our blood pressure monitor, okay? So the first thing you want to do is, after you get all this stuff set up, you want to wait about 5 minutes, not doing anything, not talking, chitter-chattering and doing all sorts of stuff. Give yourself a moment to just zen out so you can be as relaxed and comfortable as possible. And then you want to go ahead and hit this button, okay? And let's see if it goes. Here it goes. You hear that? My blood pressure is being checked right now by my meter. Now, you're not supposed to talk while you check your blood pressure, let me tell you that, but I'm going to talk just to save us time, okay? Couple things to keep in mind is you want to check your blood pressure at the same time each day. You want to get at least a couple of readings and average them together. If you want to, or if you need to, you may get a third reading and average all of those together. And oftentimes blood pressure cuffs will actually store the numbers in here, but if they don't, just make sure you're writing them down on your log so you can take into your doctor. All right, let's see what my blood pressure is. Oh, googly, 154 over 100. Now, I don't actually believe that. I don't actually believe this number, but that's what it's reading. My blood pressure is usually 120 over 80. You're saying, why is it 154 over 100? Well, chances are it's because literally I have been rechecking and checking my blood pressure nonstop for the last 50 minutes to an hour to get this video right. Let's just recheck this again and see what we get, okay? But regardless of what my blood pressure says, okay, you want to make sure that you're writing your numbers down. Now, also make sure that you're taking in your blood pressure cuff monitor, your cuff and your monitor, at least once a year to have it checked by your doctor so that they can make sure your cuff reads accurately when compared to the wall machine. That is super important, okay? And also you want to make sure that the cuff is the right size for your arm, because if it's not, it won't read accurately, okay? So I don't have high hopes for this next blood pressure reading, but hey, this is real life, and you know, what can I do? I wish I could put a 120 over 80 there, but I do know my blood pressure is generally normal. I get it checked by my doctor. Let's see. Oh, this one came down to 136 over 97, okay? This is just an example of how to check your blood pressure properly. It's also another reason why we don't want you talking and carrying on, kind of like I am, while you're checking your blood pressure, right? You want to be calm and relaxed and all that good stuff. Let's do this one more time. Third time's a charm, because I really didn't like that first number. Can we try to get a better number? Let's see. This wasn't in the script, but it's gonna be now. We'll see. Maybe the joke's on me. All right. So I was saying is ask your doctor if they can write you a script, okay? Because they may be able to write you a script for your, uncross my legs. They might be able to write you a script for your blood pressure cuff and have it covered by insurance. So you don't have to pay out of pocket. So that's also something to keep in mind. Oh, normal blood pressure readings are usually 120 over 80 for most people, but some people need to stay below 130 over 80. Some people need to stay below 140 over 90. It's a little bit different for everybody, okay? So you want to talk to your doctor about what your ideal blood pressure should be, okay? So super important. So let's see what this blood pressure reading is. Okay, this is a little bit more like it for me, although the bottom, the diastolic is still high, 125/96. Now you see how you get different readings like that, okay? I'm gonna cross my legs because I'm done now. So this is actually a good example though of what I want you to see. It wasn't intended, but I think it's good to talk about because you saw the first number was super high for me, right? But the next numbers went down and they went lower. Probably has to do with me, with what I'm doing, the fact that I've been practicing this over and over again. I've been checking my blood pressure over and over and over again. And that's also demonstrates the importance of rechecking your blood pressure again more than once, having more than one reading, okay? If your numbers seem to be going all over the place and they're just crazy, okay, or you're getting erratic numbers or numbers that you think are too high or even too low, you call your doctor. That's what we are here for, okay? But this was to demonstrate how to check your blood pressure properly. I hope this was helpful. Guys, let me know if you check your blood pressure at home, which cuff that you have, all that good stuff, let me know. And I will keep checking my blood pressure on occasion just to make sure that we are in the clear and that we're not really what the numbers seem to be on this, which I don't think they are. Anyway, guys, if you've not liked and followed my page, I invite you to do so. For those of you who send stars, I respond to you personally. Thank you so much. And consider joining my subscription groups for exclusive content, guys. I'm Dr. Jen. I'll see you soon.